Good morning. Today we're going to be starting our new chicken coop. We have it roughly laid out over here. Let's take a look. It's 16 foot this way, 8 foot this way. And what we're going to be doing here on this one is over here on these posts. These are 7-foot posts driven into the ground 4.5 feet. There's 2 of them. These are my anchor posts. I don't want this coop flying away in the wind. So the middle of the coop on the back side and on the front side here will be anchored in the ground. So I'm going to level each one of these corner blocks, and then I'm going to go ahead and run a 16-foot 2x6 from the far corner to this corner here, level it, go around this whole thing. I'll be leveling each 2x6 as I go. Then once that's done, I will square it up just by tapping the corner blocks in or out. First thing I'm going to do is take some red paint. I've already got this corner block leveled here to start. I run a string along the outside here so the blocks, so this part right here where the 4x4 goes in is 4¼ inches from the string, so I know that this is straight here. So I'm just going to go ahead and spray paint roughly the outside. Take that block out, loosen up the dirt, level it. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen that dirt, level that block, put it back into the same location, and do the same with the other 3 that I haven't done yet. Then I'm going to go ahead and get my 2x6, put it on there, level it, and I'll start with when I put the 2x6 on, and I'll talk more about that when I get there. But this is the highest spot, right? This is the highest post here. And I'm going to make that one the closest to the block. Okay, then I'll run down to this one, to that one, and back up here. Okay, got the first one done. What I've done is dug out, you see I dug out the organic matter, got it down just the soil, and pretty level. Okay, so again, these don't have to be perfect. I'm building a chicken coop here. We're not building the Taj Mahal. But if I can get these pretty darn close to level, it just makes everything easier a little bit later. I'm 4¼ inches still from here to here. Found these nice framing hammers here. Perfect for this. Don't use a framing hammer much anymore, but this is a 20, what do we got here? 24-ounce framing hammer. Perfect for digging in the dirt. Let's roll our block back in here. Gotta go down on this side and down on this side, these 2 sides here. Roll it back. Okay, we still need to come down on this. Okay, pretty good. We'll go on to the next one. Okay, we got our 16-footer cut. I'm just going to tack it in down here on this end. relatively close to where it needs to go. Again, I lifted this up a couple inches to give me some area to play with if I have to level this on this corner when I'm finished. Okay, go on down the other end now. We'll check level. I know I'm gonna have to come up way on that end. So we're probably looking at 6-8 inches on the other end. We'll go down there and put a screw when it's level. There we go. When I'm done with all this, we're gonna use 2 deck screws here, 3.5 inches long, and I'm gonna use a structural screw here in the middle, and that's gonna be a 4-inch structural screw. Okay, probably a Spax screw, type screw. So that'll be the shear strength that I'll use. Again, this is only a chicken coop. It's not gonna have a ton of weight in it. Not gonna have a ton of weight building it. Forgot to mention this board here is 15 feet 9 inches. So when I come and sandwich my 8-footer here, I'll have a total of 16 feet, you know, lengthwise. Okay, let me go ahead and prop this up to where it needs to go. Okay, we have our level here. And again, you can see the difference in the ground. It's only 16 feet, but we're probably running a foot, at least a foot difference in elevation, which is what I wanted. I wanted the chicken coop up off the ground 12 to 18 inches for the chickens to be able to get some shade. So this works out perfectly. Now over here on this post, we're going to be running a slot here instead of just a hole with bolting this to this. I'm going to run a slot so that this can go up and down if it has to, if these settle a little bit. I don't want to make the middle permanent and have the ends just resting on the ground. So I'm going to run a slot here, put a bolt through this post. Again, this post is 4.5 feet in the ground. It's our anchor post so this thing don't blow away in high winds. So that should work there with that. I'm going to come down here now, get a screw in here, and go from here to that corner. Okay, we're working on that 8-foot piece here. Working by myself, I put a screw in just to hold this board up in relatively close position when I come down this end and screw this in. Okay, now we'll put the level on it. Get it close to that end down there so I can see it. I have the back marked here, 1.5 inches from the end. That way I know that's where I'm gonna, the other 16 footer is gonna butt up against that here. Okay, we have this done. If you remember, we started with this 16 footer on that side over there. We came up a couple inches in the corner, leveled it with a 4-foot level across to this post, or we attached the 8-foot member flush here, level here, brought it across, leveled it to this post, leveled this 16-foot post here, And we just put our last one on. Flush here and here. Flush here and here. And let's take a look. We went around this whole thing. Again, if I was building a bigger building, this is not the way you would do this. You would use a laser level more than likely to get everything perfectly level. But with a small building like this, even though you have error as you go around, the errors, if you're being careful with your level, it shouldn't be too much when you're finished. Let's take a look at what we have here when we're finished. Maybe a 1/4 of an inch going around 16 feet, 8 feet, 16 feet, and 8 feet. Okay, now we're just gonna cut our tops off. All 6 tops. Get them below the skirt board and start putting our joists in. Okay, when cutting these off, you want to start in the corner here. And once you get started, make sure you're angling your blade a little downwards. That way, none of this is sticking up above your skirt board. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of those off. And that's gonna be it for today. It's getting pretty hot out here.